Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be brands that I changed my mind about. Some of a couple things. I have a couple makeup things. I got Quinny down here. She's being a little brat. But yeah, if you want to know what's on my eyes, it's actually the Natasha Denona Love Palette that I score for like 32 bucks. Which she's going to be in this category as well. Which I forgot some stuff. Alright, so let's start off with Natasha Denona. First thing I tried was one of her Lila mini palette. It looks like that. And I wasn't 100% impressed. I know I've heard that the actual Lila palette is not one of her better ones. I've hit paint on these ones. Luckily it was like 20 some bucks. The mattes I do like. The mattes are creamy-ish type of thing. But the shimmers, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. And plus, the shimmers, in my opinion, are not the best. They look better when they are foil. I was just like, okay, I don't get for the money. And then I tried her the mini ones that she has of a blush, which I do like. That one's gorgeous. He's hiding. Then the Bronze and Glow mini and the blush. And I'm like, then I saw, it's one of these things I like, Natasha Denona. I'm not in love with it. So that's where I start, right? And then I saw that Sephora had their Natasha palettes on for like half off. So I was like, yeah, that is so right up my alley. I love pinky, mauvey, burgundy, that type of thing. So that's what she looks like. This is what's on my eyes today. The shadows are still, like, this red right here is, like, gorgeous. I love it. Let me show you some swatches of, like, what I have on my eyes today. And I have that shadow commitment, which in a swatch is, like, when you blend it out, it looks so gorgeous. It's just, like, but it doesn't, in my opinion, transfer the eyes that much. I always do, like, palettes like this, more of a halo. So that's what I have on my eyes, kind of like in a halo type of thing. I do like it. Do I think it's worth it? $65 normally? No. But if you can get these on a sale, like half off or whatever, pick them up. I do like them. I just don't think they're worth it for her price tag. Next is Huda Beauty. This is a brand I fell in love with. I absolutely fell in love with her. I love her Tantor. Her foundation's okay. I haven't tried her Real One or concealer. I love the Tantor. It's very pigmented. I do have the deepest one. But this is what changed my mind about her shadows. I tried her burgundy palette, that her smaller ones, kind of like, in this packaging type of thing. And I just wasn't impressed with it. I was kind of like, don't get it. Then this was on sale, so I picked it up. I was like, I didn't really want it, blah blah blah. And then I'm like, I kind of talked myself into it, and oh my god, I'm so glad I did. Sarah needs a freaking rag or whatever to wipe her hands on. I guess blanket works just fine. But yeah, let me give you some swatches. This one does not have the glitter to it. It has, I guess, very smooth shadows. Holy cow. If I would recommend, if you like this type of area, I would definitely grab this guy over Natasha. It's just like so gorgeous. And this one shadow, like Dubai, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Dubai. It's like, oh, it's gorgeous. I love it. They blend so easily. The shadows. I've always had problems with certain or other shadows they don't pick up on the eyes. You have to spray them. These you do not. It's just like it's beautiful. Natasha's one of those things that I can get into work. Like clearly they work nice. I do like it. It's not when I'm gonna return it. But it's one of those things, in my opinion, they always look better when they spray. I'm like, for 65 bucks, they shouldn't have to do that. This one, whoo, gorgeous. Love it. Okay, next brand is The Rock. This is the one that I was trying to determine if I want to take it back or not. And I've used it a few times, and I determined that even though it's very bleh, it is pretty. Like the looks I came out with, it is pretty. I do like it. Am I gonna return it? No. But am I gonna? It's one of those kind of brands. I'm like, okay, their brands are more of like a neutral-ish brand. Oh, my hair looks like so bad right now. Ugh. Oh, I'm going to work anyways. Soon. Let me give you some swatches of this. Is like the Meraki. How do we say this brand? Meraki brand. Yeah. Name of it. If they ever have a sale, I would definitely pick these up. If you like super neutral e-tones, the shadows have definitely improved over like the Rock Pro. I hated the Rock Pro. I thought they were like muddy, choppy. The shadows were freaking horrible, in my opinion. It's either one of those brands. I just think I just swatched the same shadow twice. Good job, Harley Quinn. But yeah. But the shimmers are definitely improved over the other ones. They don't get muddy. They just look so nice on the eyes. I really do like. I like mixing this guy with Norvina too. Let me show you Norvina type of thing. I do like mixing it with that, and it's just like it gets kind of more of a non blah look, but it's very. I always use kind of like this palette. I haven't actually tried that. Usually I do it in Halo type of thing. I haven't actually tried because the deepest matte, deepest shimmer is this guy right here, and he's nice, but it's one of those things. If I would do, it would be like, I won't get much of a look if I just keep doing that guy on my lid all day long. But yeah, definitely these guys have a sale. I would try one of these out, but not paying full price for these. It's one of those things. They have definitely improved over the Rock Pro palettes. Again, like I said, I didn't like them. Okay, next one is Milani. I hated Milani. I hated Milani Shadows. Woohoo! Yeah, this one, of course, another rosy palette. Doesn't look like someone else I know. That's what I was like thinking. I'm like, it kind of looks like my Huda palette a little bit, ish, because it gives the same kind of tone. Yeah, great job. There's blinding everybody. It gives kind of like the same kind of a tone. And someone has nail marks in her. Great. It must be a cat. Good job, Quinn. Okay, give me some swatches real quick. The shimmers on these are kind of like a glittery formula, so they had to be applied wet. I do have the same issue I always do with Milani, they fade. But as long as I do the purple shadow right here, the style icon. Why did it say Steve icon? Whatever. Style icon, or maybe, yeah, style icon. I have to do like the purple, the darker first, then blend everything out. So as long as I do the dark first, it works very good. This Blitz shadow is gorgeous. I absolutely love it, especially when you apply wets. If you don't like shadows that you have to wet them, you won't like this. But me, I can care no less. I wet LA Color to Natasha Denona. But yeah, so there's that. I do like it. I might see if there's any other ones to get picked up or anything. But it's one of those things I'm not going to collect them like Pokemon. Okay, so next brand I'm going to talk about is, these are the brands that okay, let's start off with Rare Beauty. There's another brand I fell in love with. She has these palettes right now for Confident Energy and Magnetic Spirit on half. They have on sale at Sephora. So if you haven't tried these out, definitely pick these up. These are all shimmer palettes. So if you don't like that, but they are the most perfect palettes to as a companion palette. So I managed to get you some swatches of this one. This shadow right here is completely gorgeous. It's a duochrome, purple pink kind of duochrome. It's gorgeous. I love it. I use it as an inner corner type of. Then that purple shadow is stunning. I absolutely love that. Oh my god. The orange one I haven't really used much. So here's that one. I'm like, they're so pigmented, they're easy to use, they're just, love these palettes. This, and here's the other one. This is the one I wasn't gonna pick up, but I was like, what the hell. I'm like, in this yellow green shadow, oh my god, it's stunning. I absolutely love it. It is a more neutral tone type of a palette with like a pop of blue, pop of green, that gold. Oh my god, it's like stunning. And then this one right here is kind of like a duochrome. Like, oh, if you haven't got these, definitely grab them when they're on sale. These are just the perfect companion shimmer palettes. I hope she comes out with more of these because I love her concealers. I haven't really tried her cream products much yet. But her concealers and eyeshadow palettes, love. So there's those. Those are one of my favorites. I need to do like a favorite kind of type of thing soon. Okay. Then there's another brand I changed my mind about is Becca. Poor Becca. I wish they'd come back. I hope Becca comes back. I know they're heading towards Smashbox, which is only 2 things. I'm like, Champagne Pop made by Jaclyn Hill and the famous corrector. Okay. I haven't really tried either of those 2, but the primers, if you can get these guys on at TJ Maxx or anything, they should be there because usually that's where they go when stuff like this happens. This is the backlight priming filter. My sister gave me these little sample travel deluxes. Oh my god, I love these things. It's like I have this underneath my foundation right now. I have a little bit of a mix. I'm gonna give me a little swatch of this guy. Hopefully I can find some more of these at TJ Maxx because my god, these are some of these glowy primers are one of those things that in my opinion are just kind of like a lotion. These just do something to your skin. Yeah, you still can see that, right? Oh yeah, tell me you can see that. Not. This is the one that in my opinion it will work for more not for like more combo skin. And they have the other one that is like is so glowy and gorgeous. I love it. I am panning this because I don't want it to go bad. I want to use up because I do really like it. I like the other one really well. Okay, so now let's talk about brands that. Okay, and also I forgot to show you this my Huda Python palette. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. I need to give you some swatches of this guy. I need to try more of these out. Maybe not the whole nudes, but any other ones. There's another one I was thinking about getting. I forget who did this one. Probably Tati did this one. This lime green is so gorgeous. Oh my god. BH has one of these palettes on their website as well, kind of similar to this one, but Huda, oh my god. Those two those shimmer ones are just stunning. I do wet them because these are need to be wet because they're the most sparkly type of shadows. But my god, I freaking love that. I always pull them out. Okay, next let's talk about ABH. This is a brand that I'm kind of I like. It's not as bad as I didn't like it like I used to. But it's one of those things I'm not like grabbing heels about them. They have like this one right here is Rivera. And I do love Subculture. Subculture and this one are my 2 favorite palettes they've ever did by ABH. Because the shimmers are not one of those satin like shimmers that ABH likes to do. It does have a pop type of thing to it. So there's that one. I'm not going to do swatches because you've probably seen this one. And here's the Rivera Norvina palette that I picked up on the sale. This one is the one I was like, okay, screw it, pick it up. This is the same quality that ABH always has. The shimmers are not there. There may be a couple of them. This one I was like looking at Celicio, or I'm horrible at pronouncing. It's one of the most difficult purple shadows to get on the eyes is just like a pain in the neck. Another one, Wild Child is another one that I wasn't a fan of. It was one of those things that it's the same quality as ABH has. Like they're not as good as a subcultural. In my opinion, I thought the Modern Western was the same way as they usually do. It's just like they're inconsistent. They can either knock it out of the park like this one, or they can just do just okay. It's just like it's never inconsistent. They always have an inconsistent type of thing. Next is Wet n Wild. This is another brand that I'm kind of. These are the ones that I like more than I used to. I used to hate Wet n Wild. Be honest. I know, really shocking. Because in my opinion, the shimmers are just like, Quinn, or just lackluster. This one is the one that I picked up. It's a Heart and Soul. This is the first one they picked up. I was like, okay. Every single one of those palettes I've been disappointed about. Wet n Wild, the old palettes, but it's one of those things. Clearly, I like. This is the one that he broke. I forgot. This is the one that broke. It's one of those things I have to get into it. Oh my god, that's a bad swatch. Yeah, really bad swatch. Great. So that's what it kind of looks like. It's one of those things. It is better than they used to be. The mattes are decent. It kind of is one of those things that kind of reminds me of a little bit of ABH's Modern Renaissance-ish palette, which of course is my area type of thing. But the shimmers are much better. This one I do really like is this one right here, but it's one of those things you have to get into the shadow to get like super like that. So it's kind of like this one is their 5-pan palette. It's Camouflage. And his has the glittery shadow, which I do love. Is actually improved over the glittery shadow. It's not one of those crappy ones that we used to have back in the day. This is the more sultry, if you like to call it, type of thing. Kind of palette. Hey, if you want one of those little salty palettes, then yeah, that's the guy. Next one I'm going to talk about is Elf. Elf is one of those brands that I am intrigued about, but I am not in love with it kind of brand. I have many stuff from Elf. Elf is a brand that's still hit or miss, and at least it's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be as a miss or a hit. Now, these are the ones I do like. These little bite shadows. I have a few of them. This one is, of course, the jalapeno one. And this one, of course, I had to get the blue one because I love blue makeup. That's what it looks like. I think this is the one I picked up when they had that Elf thing. And I got to try more Elf products, which I was kind of like, okay. But it's one of those things that, even though they need to really stop on the bite-sized trend. But yeah, it's one of those brands I'm like, okay, let's see what's new on Elf, but I'm not going to check to see what the review's about type of brand. Okay, next let's talk about Colourpop. This is another brand. They either can hit the park, they are inconsistent in their shadows, and of course if you have a palette you probably have all of them, because they are kind of like two of their bigger palettes. Only thing I was like looking at, I'm like, they really just took a palette and just moved the shadows around and created a new palette. This is the one Miss Sonic Bloom. I really do like this one. I am not going to. This, of course, shadow is kind of just like stunning. Is I can't pronounce that very good. It's one of those shadows, kind of like those duochromes type of thing. But the one in the Rare Beauty one, and I think it's this one, not that one. Where did she go? Somebody decided to walk legs. Why does my stuff always like to walk legs? There you go. And this guy right here, and the Magnetic Spirit, the duochrome on this one, it's not really, okay, not similar at all, but it's so much better. The mattes are really good. Mattes are good in Colourpop. They have been consistent throughout the palettes. It's that the shimmers are just, like, have issues getting on eyes. I have to, of course, everybody loves Colourpop. I'm kind of like inconsistent in the brand type of thing. Okay, next is a brand that I changed my mind about. I used to be heavily in love with Urban Decay. Now, in my opinion, I usually kind of go for Too Faced. I'm like, hey, let's see what Too Faced is up to. I did pick this guy up on sale, so it looked like he was half off. This one is a better quality at the Naked Palettes. It's just like they just completely lost their air, or just they used to be kind of poppy, like everything they did. It's just like they just almost like Tarte. It's like Tarte's big sister. It's what they remind me of. It's a very neutral-y, warm tone palette. So if you want this kind of heat, grab this guy from Wet n Wild. This guy, of course, this Wet n Wild, so they only put the names on a sticker that you take off. But yeah, they do kind of dupe. Wet n Wild kind of dupes the Urban Decay Naked palettes a lot. So yeah, there's always a dupe of the Naked palettes somewhere. In my opinion, I don't think these are worth it at full price. They're nice when they're on sale. And also, I forgot to tell you about the Natasha, is that they compared to the Rare Beauty packaging, this one is a lot, even though it's probably, I think it's like $28-ish or so normally. I think I paid maybe $12 for it on sale. Like the packaging is like so much better. Even the Huda has a nice weight to it. This is just like plastic, cheap. It almost reminds me of something that I would pick up like at a almost drugstore type of thing. Almost like, I don't want to say it's this cheap, but you know, it's one of those things that it's not. Even the rock has a weight to it. This one has like, it's just like it's not there. Even the Huda's Lip Python palette is, see how the difference is like the plastic on it. This is like a cheap plastic. This is not. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Next is like a makeup product I changed my mind about. These, if you ever want to get like a brow pencil and you're tired of having to repurchase them 24/7, you know how it is. Grab one of these guys. These guys have those last so much longer than those any tiny little brow pencils. You do get the funny is, I don't get how these things last this long, because you do get about the same weight as you do in a regular brow pencil, maybe a tad bit more, I believe. You get like 0.01. And these things this guy has last like so long. I know one that goes on YouTube, it took forever to paint the pure one. But if you just tired of using, you have to repurchase every single month a new brow pencil or whatever, definitely try these out. These have last much longer than my pencils. I go through them. Anastasia, I went through them. Benefit. But yeah, I really do like this one. This one is in taupe. This is the $1 Billion Brows, and you can pick this guy up at TJ Maxx. So I hope you guys like this. I will do more kind of these type of things, stuff I change my mind about soon. If you guys like that, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later in my next video. Bye, guys.